Welcome to the table and welcome back to Tabletop Goodness. As you can see in front of me, I do have the Kickstarter edition of the Altered display, a booster box with 37 boosters, which is significantly different from the upcoming retail box that Equinox will be publishing in a few months down the line. This will not be a deep dive into any of the mechanics or any of the factions. I did that already, and I will link you the videos in the description and above as well, so that you can check that out in your own time. So we will be looking at the cards, at card quality, and see what we can actually pull from this box. As usual, you will see the rarity distribution here on the site. There are, as I said, quite a few differences. For example, we do have more boosters in this box. We do have foiled heroes, which is exclusive to the Kickstarter edition, and we do have increased chance of better pulls. There are more rares, there are more uniques. We do have the possibility for getting unique art foilers, for better foilers in general, as well as a higher chance for uniques, and we do have more cards per booster as well. So quite a good deal, I would say. And with that said, let's dive in, let's see how this box will fare, and we'll talk a bit about the cards as we go along. So this is the Kickstarter box in all its glory. As you can see, we have a slightly, I think, reflective even, Altered logo printed here, and it says Kickstarter edition. It says it contains 37 booster packs, and it is Beyond the Gates, rated 13+. And I think here in the back, if you can read that, actually, it says the makeup of this box as well. But instead of just looking at the makeup, let's get ahead, crack it open, and see what we can pull. And here we are. Let's see about the contents of this box. That looks very nice and foiled already. Let's put it to the side and take out the first one. So with the first few boosters, I will actually be going through all the different slots. And as we go further down the line, I will actually skip the commons to make things a bit easier. Again, I will be scanning the cards, obviously, so that no one can snatch them up. Always make sure to do that as well, using the app. And I think on the back of the box, there was also a QR code that you can scan up, potentially here as well. A QR code that you can scan so that you can download the app as well. It also tells you about the makeup of the individual boosters here in super small print. And that's it. Let's get started. Let's have a look at that. Let's see how easy they open up. Okay, they do open up quite easily. We should have 14 slots in general, and we will check whether this is the case or not. We do have, the first slot will always be the foiled hero in the Kickstarter edition, and we already have Nevenka and Blotch, and yeah, she looks fantastic. I was actually quite interested about the card quality of these, and I'm curious whether this will Pringle or not. Looks relatively flat at the moment, but yeah, we'll see whether it will stand the test of time. But yeah, there we go. This is our first foiled hero. Then we should have actually slot 2 to 8 should be commons. So we're gonna look at that. You can also see the rarity information down here. It says C, and this A down here denotes that this is a Kickstarter edition booster pack that we opened. And we actually also have the chance of, that looks cute, Mowgli. We also have the chance to open a so-called gold pack, which would mean that all the cards in that pack are unique. I don't think that it looks any different from all the other ones, but yeah, it would be nice to pull that off as well. And there we have, so these were the commons basically. We do have the first rare here as well, denoted by the R down here. This slot actually can be common or rare, so we're lucky. It's 50-50. We do have Drakina, which is a guaranteed rare in slot 10. We have another, no, actually, let me recount that. So we pulled the first hero, then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots. We actually have a common here and a common here as well. Fair enough. And we do have a rare, another rare. We do have Right the Bifrost, which is an out-of-faction card. Is that correct? An F. And we do have a unique foiler as well, which is fantastic. And yep, let's get started like that. So the foiler actually is supposed to be a 50% chance, which makes it easier to collect, obviously, or bling out your deck if you so wish. We have a Teiji and Aura, and we have our commons here. Let's see. Common. We have our rare Rat Tusker. We have Mechanical Training. We have another rare here, Flammel. And we have our first unique, actually. So this is a unique card, Sun Wukong. And we have Brassbug as a token creature as well. This will be a slightly longer video, as you can see, just by sheer volume of the different boosters that we actually have here. We have a lot of nice commons, really like the Art of the Cadigran Alchemist as well, sticky note seals, and we have Harvest here. We do have another rare, a Capella Training. We have another rare, the Kategir, the Izmir Bastion. We have Verdant back. And we have a rare foiler. Now we have Afanas and Senka. We have commons, Asmodeus, we have Axiom Reprocessor, we have Shenlong, we have Off You Go, we have Lyra's Cult, and a foiler. So one benefit with the app over actually scanning things or trying to scan things in the via the web is that you can actually scan multiple cards at the same time, because it can get quite cumbersome, obviously, to scan all of these. We do have Keldon Burst, Tinkerbell, Mana Reaping, Small Step Giant Leap, and we do have Atlas. Really like this one. I think I previewed that in one of the videos that I did already, and we have a token, Mana Convergence. I can't be played, but I can be used as a mana orb. Well, good for you, little token. We have Linyu and more. Another Izmi hero. There are obviously different heroes per faction. We have Haven Bonds, we have the Kodama Tree Spirits. Really like that. Yeah, I really like in general the whole Japanese-ish influence that they have. I think that's Muna, if I'm not mistaken. We have Flammel, we have Cadrigan Mage Dancer. We have another unique here, Baku. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, target opponent discards a card from the hand. When you play a spell, I gain 1 boost. Very nice one. And a common foiler. So the thing with the foilers, so the way that this actually works is you would scan these foilers. They are scanned as cards, more or less, and then you can use them for your print-on-demand services. If you have a common foiler, you can turn any of your commons into a foiled card and order them. Obviously, you have to pay for them, so they do make some money off of that. I don't know about, well, I'm actually not sure because I don't think that the service is available yet as well. Oh, another unique one in Nari, very nice. That you have to pay shipping cost. Obviously, I don't know about the shipping cost yet. I don't know how this is also to Europe or to the US, how the differences are there. But they said on the website that they will tell about that pretty soon as well. And Equinox is actually also, like if you think about all the cards that people will be opening, there will be some kind of marketplace integration, Lady of the Lake, by the way, marketplace integration. And this marketplace integration will allow you to sell some of your cards to other people for a small transaction fee. They did not say yet how much the fee is going to be, because I think this is also still being built. But yeah, it will come pretty soon. They also said that the fee will be similar to other platforms, and by other platforms, I would assume that they talk about things like TCG Player and or potentially Card Market as well in the EU. We have Arjun and Spike, another Muna hero. We already, I think I opened like 3 or 4 uniques already, which is quite nice. The Haven Warrior here, and the common foiler. So as you can see, at least with the Kickstarter edition, it is not so difficult to pull off foilers. Already had a unique one, and I already had a few rare and common ones as well. We have another Bravos hero here, Atsadi and Surge. And there we go. Got a few more rares. Really like the art. I mean, I'm really a sucker for Lyra in general, but I really like the art that Lyra is using as well. Here we go. We have Rin and Orchid, a Muna hero as well. Quite a few commons. And yeah, I mean, I was slightly skeptical. I mean, I didn't mind the QR code so much. I think the only thing that I do really mind actually when it comes to the QR code, that's a token, when it comes to the QR code, is that it's not really centered right now. Since they're using offset print for the boosters, and for print on demand, they actually use digital printing, which means they can actually print the whole thing in one go and also align the QR code properly. And they also said that they are trying, super cute Kitsune, that they're trying to align the quality of print on demand and offset in the future. But for now, it's relatively easy to tell where the differences are and where that pull actually came from. Not overly bad, because I guess it's potentially nicer to show someone that you actually pulled something other than just printed it. We have the Hatter, we have All In, really like this card. We have the Cloth Cocoon, we have the Brassbark Hive, and we have our first foil unique from what I can see here. We have the Bravos Tracer, which is a character adventurer, icon fleeting, and you may pay 1 if you do draw a card. Oh, that looks very nice. I have to say, they really did a good job on the foiling. It's always difficult with some of the Kickstarters, because I think while print quality in itself is already difficult enough to achieve, having a nice foiling effect and potentially one that does not completely curl up the cards is most of the time the challenge from what I've seen so far. Sorcery pulled it off quite nicely. You can see that I'm actually using a Sorcery playmat here as well. But yeah, other games did not pull it off as nicely, and these cards really start curling up. There we go. We got commons, and I can already see something shining through there as well. A few nice rares, Yongsu, the Verdant Weaver, Sakurabu, such a powerful card, Paper Herald, and we have a token. And I think we're kind of like halfway through the box. As you can see, this is like a lot of stuff. And talking about box size, actually, there's like a few different formats, and one of them is also draft. So if you do not want to just open your box for I don't know, for it being open, you can obviously draft from this as well. There's different formats in general, and they will spec them out more and more now as product makes their way into customers' hands. We have Aurak and Kibble. looks funny. And let's see, common. We have sticky note seals. We've seen it already. Martingale. Oh, we have Barber's Isba, a permanent landmark. We have Haether, another foil, and a rare foiler. So actually, come to think of it, the foil that we pulled before might have been, or could have been, one of the unique alt art foils. I will need to check that out then in a second again. But we do have a chance of getting that. We also actually have a chance of promo cards in there. So I don't know how they would be marked, but I would assume that they would be some way or the other. Let's see, Bravos Tracer. Here it actually says unique. I don't think that it denotes whether it's alt art or not, but it is actually quite likely because I think the alt arts are foil. We have Traced and Russum. In the meantime, what's your favorite faction to play? I did a few videos on some of the factions available. And personally, like I said already, I really like Lyra. They're so chaotic somehow, and I think they're the only faction actually that uses a die to do certain things, so you don't really know what you're getting while you're playing. And it's actually also fantastic to hold this in hand and get it reconfirmed. Obviously, before I only had the chance to play that with the printed home version, basically. Demo version, and it's quite a different thing to actually play that with paper printouts, and we did love it so much. My wife was also completely enthralled with it, and we played quite a few games. I think one of the benefits of Altered, and I mentioned that in some of my other videos as well, is that you don't really have your creature management like you would have with, say, Magic or potentially sorcery, or Flesh and Blood, for that matter. You do not really need to get attached to your creatures much, because they only live for one round anyways. And I think that was one of the things, key things that actually made it easier for her. And I really have to say, go for the starter decks. If you want to start playing, they're relatively cheap. Don't know the MSRP now on top of my head. This one looks nice, Basira and Kasaimon. Don't know it from the top of my head, but they are not very expensive because obviously they want people to start playing. And they're actually quite nice ways to learn this game in general, and they are the only things actually that contain the adventure cards and the player aids, etc., etc. Obviously, you could just print and play that, but I think it's nice to have it in a in the same format, in the same card format, basically. So even if you just get one starter deck, go for one faction. I think after opening this Kickstarter box, you have most likely enough cards to build one of the starter decks yourself, and then you can just take it from there. Ooh, I have a promo card. Now that I'm very excited about. There is just a 1.4% chance of getting a promo card. And here we are. There's a promo card of Teja and Nora, a Muna hero, a full art card, very nice. And again, the only thing that really bugs me just a bit is the off-center QR code. But hey, I think I'll live with it. There's actually quite a lot of different heroes from what you can see as well. I've pulled many different ones in the meantime, and Oh, that looks very nice. Gift of Self. I don't know. I really like the purple. Like it really, it does something. Does something very nice. Another unique one, the Cadigirian Alchemist. I'll get it out as well. I think I pulled that one before as well. Potentially not a unique one, but another version of it. And we actually are slowly nearing the end of the booster box. There's only a few left. Oh, there we go. Just had him. Commons. There we go. Parvati, the Lyra Chronicler, Bavos Ispa. We have the Ordis Carrier token. And let's see what we can still pull. I mean, again, there's still the chance of getting one of the gold packs, but I'm not sure whether we will be lucky enough. I don't know how many there are now, but from off the top of my head, in a sealed case, but not that many, obviously. On that note, though, I've seen some posts on Reddit that people actually opened 2 boxes and they immediately, or like 2 boosters actually, and immediately were lucky enough. But hey, that's the chance of the draw. I also have to say that I didn't see a lot of color inconsistencies now so far, but yeah, might need to look at that a bit closer, one next to the other as well, just to see whether this is the case or not. But yeah, I mean, well done, Equinox. I think that's quite the enjoyable first product that you released there. Obviously, there's, like I said, a few things that, or a few kinks that might still need working out. But I mean, all in all, doing a nice card game is not an easy undertaking. And here we are. And I think that's the last 4 now in total before finishing up this booster box. I think retail will be in around September, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the US still has to wait just a bit longer for getting their hands on the Kickstarter edition as well, as per the last update. But everything will arrive eventually, and I hope you will agree with me then that this is actually quite a nice product. Really looking forward to playing that in the next coming days as well. And 2 more to go. Hua Mulan, the Muna Druid, the Ouroboros Lyra Bastion, the Brassbug Hub token, and the last one, let's see, Basiren Kazaimon, again the Bravos Heroes, Ratatoska. And we do have Foundry, we do have Axiom Scrambler, Helping Hand, and a Common Foiler. Okay, you know what? I'll actually do another giveaway. Here's a Common Foiler for you. I will not be scanning this one. You can scan it. Let me know whether you managed to register to your account or not in the comments down below. I would be very happy to see someone actually benefit from that as well. And yeah, let's round it up. I think that was a very nice box opening. Again, very nice card quality, good card backs as well, and good card stock as well in general. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next time on Tabletop Goodness.